All right. What I'm going to talk about today literally happened not too long ago. I was at this bar, right, with one of my friends. There was a live band that was playing, and I was looking around at everything that was going on, whatever. And I just want to make sure that no one is around while I'm talking about this because it's one of those things. There was a girl there who I swear I recognized. I think I went to school with this girl, right? And I think this is important, I guess, to say as well to the story, but she's gorgeous, like really gorgeous. And I am someone who has trouble talking with people who are attractive, especially women. I'm not gay or a bisexual or whatever. And I was like, okay, I'm going to say hi to her. I'm going to say hi. I'm going to ask her if I know her. I knew exactly what I was gonna say. I was gonna be like, "Hey, I feel like I know you from somewhere. Did we go to school together? Did you go to this school? Whatever, right?" It was a simple thing, a simple little thing, right? And I don't want to talk too much about myself as if I'm like, pathetic or whatever, but I couldn't do that. For some reason, the place was really loud, and I'm also a bit like I don't really like talking about. There's some things that I would rather not, some conversations I'd rather not have while there's crowds around, and there was a crowd around at all times. So I was also just nervous to speak to her, so I didn't. Essentially, what happened is I asked for like 5, 6 glasses of water. Like literally, that's all I did. I spoke to her, but I asked her for water, and that's it. I need to use the toilet pretty badly, and every time I was like, I want to do this. I want to do this. I don't know. I just couldn't find it in myself to do it, right? And a couple times, like she went right to my table too to get some glasses that were just laying there. And even then, I was like, this is a great opportunity. I completely freaked out. I panicked. Like, I went into panic mode and I just could not say a thing, I swear. It was going through my mind like mad. I was pretty terrified and I was really nervous and I was frozen. So I didn't end up doing it. Uh, yeah, and I mean, I'm thinking about that, right? And I don't want to talk about it like it was a bad experience. My hair is stupid. I used to talk about these kind of things as if they were negative. Like I used to be like, oh, I could have talked to that girl and I didn't. What's wrong with me? I'm not really doing that. I'm kind of trying to see a good side to it. I guess if it was like that, I guess, I don't know. That kind of thing means that it probably wasn't meant to be in anywhere in the first place. But I am glad that I saw that girl because it did kind of show me that I am interested in other people. And also having that thing in mind, having her in my mind, actually was incredibly helpful with getting thoughts of my ex away, believe it or not. Like I was hardly thinking about it. I stopped thinking about her after a bit and I was focused on this girl. I was like, this girl right here. And that's excellent. Like I think I needed that. It felt really nice to have something else on my mind, somebody else on my mind other than her, because she's the only girl that I really think about, right? So it was really nice just having another girl to think about. But I think the problem came from kind of letting my nerves take over, and I think I was letting my nerves take over because I overthought the hell out of this. I saw her, and I was like, well, she's pretty, right? And then I was like, wow, I feel like I went to school with this girl. I figured I just felt like I went to school with this girl. And yeah, I just overthought it. I was like, what am I going to do? How am I going to talk to her? What am I going to say? And I knew what I was going to say, but even then I was nervous to say it. I just overthought it and did it, I guess, to a point where it was really hard. Like I don't think I would have been able to break through that. And yeah, that means I didn't end up doing it. But I figured there's an ant that's right at the phone, and it's really funny watching it try to navigate its way around. I guess if that was the case, then it meant that it wasn't meant to be. And it's a lesson learned. If I want to do something, if I want to talk to a girl, then don't think about what you're trying to say. Just go over there and say it. If you know what you want to say, then say the thing. It doesn't matter. This was a girl who was, I want to put that out there, stupidly gorgeous, like really, really freaking beautiful and cute and all sorts. That I knew from school. I never talked to her. I'd always just seen her around, but I knew her face. Who I knew what to say to, right? I knew what I had to say. And of any of the people that I went to school with, it was like she was the one who I would have wanted to see the most. I didn't even remember her name. I never, she was completely out of my mind until I saw her. But when I was like looking at her and I was like, yeah, if anyone, it was her that I would want to have seen, and I didn't do it. And that's, it's a lesson for myself. If I'm in that kind of situation, I know what I'm going to say. Just don't think too much into it. Just go ahead and do it. It was just, I guess, if I'm going to go on about excuses, like I didn't have to ask for water because there was a water thing like right in the corner of the bar, right? So I didn't need to get asked for water. So I didn't know what I was going to do. I was going to ask for a ginger beer because I don't drink alcohol. But then, like, my friend needed water. I just went up and we asked for water. And then from then on, I was like, that's what I'm doing. And it's like, I don't know. Like, I guess in that kind of situation, think of a plan. Don't think too much about it. You know what you're going to say. Think of what you're trying to do first, or just go for it. And don't think too much about it, and don't let the freaking nerves take over, because I get nervous before I talk to women, but then I talk to the women and I'm fine. That's happened before. My ex-girlfriend even, like, I was really freaking nervous to talk to this girl, and then I just went ahead and did it, and it was easy. It was fun. So like, try and just break through that first step, because that first step, like breaking an alcohol problem or something like that, is the hardest. And after that, it's going to be hard still maybe, but it'll be easier. It's something that I wanted to say to myself. Anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here and all. And hopefully I'll see you guys again.